Nick Rutter from McKees37.com. Today we have Bob's 45-foot Newmar London Air in the parking lot of McKees 37 HQ. Bob just got back from North Carolina. He has a lot up there in Lake Lure. He's put a couple thousand miles on his rig, and these wheels are absolutely filthy. So only a gloss-crazed car care enthusiast like myself, or like you, would get excited over very dirty wheels. So I saw these wheels. I told Bob I have to clean them. So we have our Xtreme iron remover and our tire and rubber rejuvenator, and then we're going to ceramic coat them with our recently introduced ceramic wheel coating. But before I spray Xtreme iron on here, come on in, get a close look, and look how just how dirty these wheels are. Look at that. When you have something this large, and this is a 45-foot Newmar London Air, how much it weighs, I couldn't tell you. I do know that the Cummins diesel probably weighs as much as my GTI alone. So this is tens of thousands of pounds. When you have that much mass traveling down the road at 65 miles an hour, you need strong brakes to stop this beast in case of an accident or to bring it to a halt rather quickly. To do so, you have big brakes, big discs, big calipers, big pads, soft pads. They produce a lot of dust. McKees 37 Xtreme Iron Remover is a color-changing decontamination cleaner that's going to remove the brake dust by actually dissolving it in a chemical manner. It's non-abrasive, and what you really have to pay close attention to when working on something this expensive is, number one, the types of wheels it has. So this is a 3-axle rig, and what's really unique about the Newmars, the front wheels are actually clear-coated. The back wheels are not clear-coated. So it's very interesting how they do that. This clearly says Alcoa Durabright wheels with XBR technology, whatever that means, I don't know. But I do know our cleaner's safe on it. I'm going to start off by making sure the wheel is not hot to the touch, the sun's not beating down on the wheel. I'm going to spray it with Xtreme Iron Remover. I want to get in these holes because these get really, really dirty. And right off the bat, it's already starting to bleed. After it sits for a few minutes, it'll bleed even more. And the reason this happens is there's a chemical reaction. There's a component in this formula that actually dissolves iron particles. And as it reacts with the iron particles, it changes from a clear liquid to this purple. And if you notice, if you've used any kind of product like this before, when you use it in close proximity like I am, you might normally be coughing or hacking, and you're probably wondering, Nick, are you wearing a face mask, or how come you're not coughing or hacking? Well, the reason why is, of all the iron removers in the market, this one is the least foul smelling. So we've managed to extract the bad chemicals as much as we could so it does not smell bad. Now, I'm not going to say it smells like cherry pie, but it's not going to affect those with sensitive noses in close proximity. So in less than a minute, it's dissolved the iron particles. It's running down the wheel. Check it out there. Looks like a scene of a murder. It's all over the pavement. The next step is I'm going to take one of my wheel brushes. We carry these really nice green short handle and long handle wheel/tire brushes. They have a flag nylon bristle. They work great for truck and SUV tires. They have this molded plastic handle that has a textured grip. And what I especially like, I'm real big on the details in something, and it has the hole there. So you just put a screw or a nail in your wall at home. When you finish detailing for the day, hang it up. That way it air dries. Take the brush. Gonna get in there and get this clean. And what I especially like about using Xtreme Iron Remover is it greatly reduces the amount of agitation that's required to clean something like this. This rig is 45 feet. 45 feet on one side, 45 feet on the other, that's 90, plus the front and back caps. You're cleaning about 115 feet. You want something that's going to work for you, that's going to make the job easier. Especially down here in Florida, when it's towards the end of July, it is really hot. You don't want to be outside forever because you'll get sunburn, and we all know what that leads to. So for the smaller areas, I'm going to use our detail brush. That'll get in here I love this brush. Whenever someone calls me to order one, they'll say, I'll take one of those detail brushes, and I say, what do you mean one detail brush? I said, that's singular. And they'll always end up buying 3 or 4 because dedicate one to your wheels, dedicate one to washing the exterior, which I have a separate video on that, dedicate one for the interior, so that's 3. And then if you're like me and you lose stuff, have one more just in case you lose the other ones. Because once you use this brush once, you'll never want to go without it. I can promise you that. Get these big lug nuts. I wonder how big these are. Can you guess? Put a note in the comments box. To me, they look like maybe a 32 or a 34 millimeter. Could be wrong. All right, so the wheel's good. I'm going to treat the tire real fast. This is our tire and rubber rejuvenator. The Michelins on this Newmar, I don't know the exact number, but I know they're north of $1,000 a piece. Therefore, you know, spending 20 bucks on a quality tire cleaner is a drop in the ocean to what the damage you could do by using the wrong cleaner on these tires. Using the wrong cleaner will make them turn brown. Nobody wants brown tires on a $750,000 coach. Use the good stuff. And tire and rubber rejuvenator, it's going to remove the browning without causing the antioxidants and the rubber conditioners to leach out. Actually, you know, it's funny, I'm so used to cleaning car tires that I always reach for this brush. But for doing a big tire like this, I'm going to go back to this brush. It covers a lot more area. All right, ready for rinse. I'm going to rinse this off and you'll see the dramatic after with my fire hose nozzle. You see a lot of nozzles on different YouTube channels that cost like 100, 120 bucks. To me, that's just absurd. This guy's 20, 25 bucks, and it's going to be 95% the quality of the real expensive ones. Awesome tool. And you'll notice that the wheels are beading water. And that's because last time Bob was in town, we applied Hydro Blue, which is our spray and rinse ceramic coating, and it's holding up really well. So we're going to dry this wheel and tire off. We'll be back for part 2 to ceramic coat them. Nick Rutter from McKees 37, and I'm back as part of a multi-step cleaning and coating of the 22.5-inch Alcoa wheels on Bob McKee's Newmar London Air. Now, I cleaned the wheels first, and then I was simply going to dry them and put the ceramic wheel coating on, but then Tommy had a great idea to showcase the Flex PXC80. So this is going to be part of my wheel cleaning / coating video, and also its own standalone video, because it's worthy of it. So the Flex PXC80 is a cordless mini polisher. It includes two 12-volt 2.5 AH lithium-ion batteries along with the charger. And the tool has a almost like a chuck here where you can attach a number of different attachments. It can be a rotary polisher when equipped with this attachment and a 1-inch backing plate. It can also be a dual action polisher with either a 3mm orbit or, like I have here, a 12mm orbit. So it's a real versatile tool. It's variable speed, and like everything else Flex makes, power tool wise, it's made in Germany. So super high quality tool, and it weighs next to nothing. So as I previously stated, we've cleaned these wheels. Bob's been out on the road for several thousand miles. They were filthy. You'll see the before and after as part of this video and in the other video. I'm going to use our fast polish because these wheels are clear coated. This is a clear coat safe polish. And I'm not going to use a whole lot. And this rig, believe it or not, has 60,000 miles on it at this point. Bob travels all over the US. So it had a lot of dirt, and there's no normal wear and tear, so I'm not going for a perfect show car finish. This is going to be a big picture detail. So equipped with our 3 3/4 inch red line orange polishing pad, I'm going to quickly buzz over the face of the wheel, and then I'll switch over to a 1-inch pad to do these smaller areas. This has a rocker switch, which is kind of awkward at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's easy peasy. And this tool, it weighs next to nothing. It's quiet, it's convenient, and it packs quite a punch for its size. And my goal with doing this polishing step is not to make the wheels perfect, as I said. It's to simply brighten them up a little bit. I don't want to do a disservice to Bob by sending him out on the road with dull wheels. After all, his name's been on my paycheck for over 10 years now, so got to pay it forward. And one thing I like to do is this wheel has the lip around it. I'm going to take a little bit of polish, put it on the side of my pad. And what that'll do is when I buzz around it again real fast, it'll polish these areas too. Spread my polish out so I don't sling it all over the place. All right. So you can see I've got polish along the outside of the pad, and this will quickly, I'll buzz around it and it will polish up in here. All right. Take this off, switch over to the rotary setup to get in these areas. And the reason I'm doing the rotary setup instead of the 3mm orbit is because the rotary, the throw is going to stay constant. It's just a direct drive, it spins in a circle. If I have a 3mm, it's going to occupy 3mm. And this is a really tight spot, so I need to save as much room as I can. A little bit goes a long way. Dab, dab, dab. And while I'm at it, I'll quickly buzz over the cap too. It's always hard to do on camera, but when I'm not on camera, I always get it right. Kind of sounds like when you go to the dentist and you get your teeth cleaned. I don't like that sound, to be honest with you. Quickly go over this. As a friendly reminder, big picture detail. And fast polish wipes off really easy. Really, really easy. Doesn't smell bad. There's no harsh solvents. It's water-based, eco-friendly, body shop safe. Made a big difference. So now when I put the ceramic coating on, which will be the next step, or the next part of the video and the next step, the wheels will be really bright, really shiny, and look fantastic. So I'm going to finish wiping off the polish. Stay tuned for the next step. So the wheels on Bob's 45-foot Newmar London Air have been cleaned. They've been polished to the best of our ability, considering the 60,000 miles that Bob's traveled across the country. The last step is we're going to apply our ceramic wheel coating, which it comes in a bag with an applicator pad along with a real nice towel. Joanne does a fantastic job. You should give Joanne a thumbs up in the comments box. And ceramic wheel coating, it's designed for all wheel finishes. And the benefit of ceramic coating your wheels is it makes them much easier to clean, and most importantly, it protects them against corrosive brake dust particles. The ceramic wheel coating, it's a big 4-ounce bottle, which in the coating world is huge. Comes with this dropper, and it's simple to apply, as you'll see. So there you go. Nice black bottle, nice dropper, and it's a child safety cap too, which is especially nice. I like that detail. Take it off, and to pull up fluid, you're going to squeeze just like a turkey baster, and it'll pull up the coating into the siphon tube. A little bit of this goes a long way. It does not take a lot of product. And this is our specially developed coating applicator, which we designed specifically for ceramic coatings. It has a special red foam that minimizes product absorption, and it's a laminated layer here that separates the coarse foam, which is for grip, from the red foam for applying the coating. So I've got it on the face of the applicator pad, and instead of just starting here and going like this, I'll dab areas to spread it out. All right, and this applicator, it's big, it's easy to hold on to, it's not going to slip out of your hands. Apply more as needed. You know it's time to apply more coating when you don't feel that fluid gliding motion of the applicator pad. And this coating, it's really easy to apply. It's extremely forgiving. It has a long working time, which means it's not going to dry up on you right as you apply it. And the wheels on this Newmar, they're really, really expensive. So using a ceramic wheel coating like this, it's inexpensive insurance to keep these wheels protected. Now come on and take a look. You can see it flashing on the center that it's time to wipe off. That's not as easy to see on a conventional clear coated wheel like on a car, but for a wheel like this that's polished and then clear coated, and you can see it wiped off super easy. It's really nice to see that visual. And there's really not a rocket science to doing this. You know, if you're watching this video, if I had to guess, this video is probably 25-30 minutes at this point altogether. There's really nothing to it. And like I've mentioned many times, this is not a show car detail. This is a big picture detail. This is not a YouTube detail where I'm trying to impress everybody. I have 22.5-inch wheels. They were filthy. I want to clean them to the best of my ability, which I did. I think I did a pretty standout job. I polished them real quick, put the ceramic coating on, and then next week, Bob will be out on the road again, and his wheels will look fantastic. So that's the finished product, the 22.5-inch Alcoa wheel on Bob's Newmar London Air. The last step to dress up these tires, because I've already cleaned them, is to apply our trim detailer. And do not store the coating with the dropper on. Store it with this on, otherwise it'll harden in the dropper, and then you'll send me an email. Take our trim detailer, which is for plastic, rubber, vinyl, tires, engine bays. And there you have it, the finished product. Cleaned, coated, and protected. I'm Nick Rutter from McKees37.com. Let's stick a fork in this video so Bob can get out on the road. Visit McKees37.com, and if you like videos like this, they're supported by our website, McKees37.com. When you shop with us, you support us so we can make videos like this showing you folks how to detail your rig. Thank you, take care, and God bless.